So I brought my mom's voice back using AI. No seance required. Yeah, it sounds a little sci-fi, but stick with me because this was unexpected. I'm Nancy from Legacy Carvers, and I'd like to inspire you to find your family stories, wherever they are, and bring them back to life. Sometimes I do this using new tech tools, and that's what I've done today. Today is my mom's 105th birthday. I guess people call that a heavenly birthday now. Anyway, she's been gone 40 years, but sometimes we still celebrate. And on her 100th, I gathered up all the grandkids I could find and threw a party. They thought that was a little weird, but cake was involved, so they rolled with it.
Happy birthday to you.
Do I wish Mom was still here to celebrate with me? Of course. But you know, she once told my aunt she never wanted to get old and lose herself. Mom took care of Gramps through several years of dementia, and we understand that his father also had dementia, and she just didn't want that. The last time I saw her, she was 65, and she still seemed young to me. My folks were road tripping, visiting friends, seeing places she'd always wanted to go. I don't think she was thinking about disappearing, and yet somehow that's what her voice did. It just disappeared. Mom had an old reel-to-reel tape recorder, and for years I had it too, but somehow in one of those big cross-country moves, a box of tapes vanished, and with it, the sound of my mom's voice, because we didn't have any old videotapes or anything. We loved to sing together. Her soprano, my alto. Silent Night was our favorite, and we recorded that once on a cassette tape, but when the box disappeared, so did that. For decades, I just hadn't heard her voice. But then, one day, my cousin found something. Cousin Jo was sorting through old family boxes when she found this cookie tin. This is a kind of old cookie tin that my family would store things in. And inside, she found these old reel-to-reel tapes. 3 of them. So she had them digitized. Now, back in the day, my mom and my aunt didn't just write letters or make long-distance phone calls. Mom was off teaching in another city, so my aunt would send tapes of the kids talking, sharing family stories, just generally keeping Mom in the loop. I'm listening to my aunt and little cousins on these tapes, and it's just adorable.
You want to tell Shirley what you did last night?
But wait, who's this?
Bye, Shirley.
Shirley is Mom.
This is Carol and Dan in June 1954 with Timmy crying.
That's her for sure. She's leading a little sing-along.
Jesus loves me? Okay.
Her voice is younger than I remember, and the tape recorder probably doesn't do it justice, but it's unmistakably her. And I'm thinking, wow, I've got to hear more. So I pull the recording into my editing software, and then I go through it just really slowly, bit by bit, and pull out every moment where Mom speaks, which isn't a lot because it's just introducing songs and coercing children to sing. But then I stitch those all together until I get about 90 seconds of audio. And I run that audio through Auphonic.com, which is this tool online for quick audio cleanup. If you're not an audio engineer, this might be useful to you. It reduces background noise, it balances your levels, and if you're a heavy breather, it has a breath removal tool. Plus, it gives you 2 hours a month for free, which is a pretty sweet deal. So I did that, and I liked it. Then I got to wondering, could I recreate her voice? ElevenLabs lets you create voice clones, so I decided to try it. It told me that I had 2 options. 1, a quick clone. This only needs a short clip, but it isn't as accurate. Or 2, a professional clone, which requires 30-plus minutes of speech and some verification to prove you're not cloning someone without permission. This is apparently much more accurate, but obviously I went with the quick clone because Mom isn't here to read her verification script, and I've only got 90 seconds of audio. I knew it wouldn't be perfect, but her voice on that tape already doesn't sound exactly like I remembered, but yet in my head it was clearly her, so would an imperfect AI version still remind me of her? Let's find out. Here's the original recording.
What's the matter with Kathleen? What does she have? She has measles, and she's awful sick.
And here's the AI version.
Yes, what's the matter with Kathleen? What does she have? She has measles, and she's awful sick.
Is it exactly her? No. Does my brain fill in the gaps? Yes. It's weird, right? But also kind of wonderful. I know what some of my cousins are going to say. Nance, what are you doing? Enough with all that AI stuff. It's so eerie. I think there's a lot of bad things that can be done with AI, deep fakes and all sorts of things, but we can also do some good things. And one of them is letting me hear my mom's voice. Happy birthday, Mom.
So who wants to blow out the candles? Luke? Well, why don't you both? 1, 2, 3.
If you want to hear more about Auphonic or ElevenLabs, I'll include links in the show notes. And to see a video where I use Mom's ElevenLabs voice, look in the corner of your screen or down in the comments.
First thing, let's set the trumpet all by yourself, okay? What do you want to say? Jesus loves me? Okay. Good. Now what you want? Is Jesus in the family? Now what shall we sing? Jesus loves me? We sang that one already. Oh, I'm a little star. Carol, you sing that one all by yourself. Okay, now what? Shall we sing about the wise man build his house? Okay. You want to sing what? Oh, you're being silly. Come on, what do you want to sing?